Hello guys, it's Susanna here. Well, I'm back for part 2 of the February calendar, and I've just sort of done bits and pieces of how I want the layout to go. So I've just pinned down the lace, and then I've sort of just gotten bits and pieces, and see this part that I was going to use for the lace. I thought I'll just pin it down here, and I might just get this one up, fold it in. I was thinking of coming in and just doing a running stitch along there to hold it together. I'm wondering if I should go on the machine actually. I thought that would be nice because I've used silk ribbon for the actual lace. So what we are going to do is move these bits and pieces. I found these and I've sort of stuck them down a little bit with the glue, stuck that down with the glue. Okay, we got those bits and pieces, and I found this gorgeous piece, so I'm going to put that on there. Okay, and then this piece here, and these bits along here. Actually, I might pin that down. I quite like that. That was a little bit I had left over. You can just see it underneath there, but the colours go really well, and the fact that I'm utilising it for here is a good thing. Okay, I'll pin that. So, and this is a Tilda, sort of thought I got that colour out. I'm just wondering whether that is probably going to be a better match. I think it is, but first, before I get distracted, okay, so that is this beautiful ribbon lace. What I'm going to do here, I might even actually come in a little bit because it's quite big. Okay, that'll go in here. Actually, that might have to go down. And that wide bit, I cut a little bit of that off. Now let me see if you're in camera. You are, and I might put it up and zoom in a little bit. So what I am going to do, get rid of that part, is I'm going to just get some of this glue and pin that down for now, because it needs to go underneath here. Okay. Oh. Because we want that like that. I don't want it coming over too far because it's got to roll up, and then that is going to go under there. Just do a bit of a thingy-me-bobby. Might go higher. That's going to go on there. There we go. Just adding a little bit of extra colour. So now I'm going to have to do the hidden stitch, which I have done. Look, so you can see I did all that, the background. So I'm going to have to do some more of that on here. Move that in. So I don't want that to come out because it might be nice. Whenever there's holes like that, I like to do bit of a stitch in them. There we go. Now where to go? Okay. Now I'm going to do this. I may not get the follow your heart in there. Might have to just put them on there, I think. I'm thinking this is probably a better colour. It matches everything else a little better. Yeah, it does. So that'll have to go back into here. Here we go. Oh, just put them down. Put them down out of the way. Okay. Now lid. I'm just double checking to make sure. There we go. That's going to go there. That'll go there. That will go there, because I may get the follow your and then heart. Take these off for now. That'll go there. Okay, so this sort of needs to come across and in. Okay, I think we're done. Now I'm going to get this thread here and I'm going to stitch that down. So all you need to do is follow this and see how I've sort of done it, and see that one isn't going to be going that way. I wonder if it can. There you go, that way, and that'll go that way, and that one will go that way. Well, that makes more sense. There you go. That sits better. But so we've still got those bits. Okay, cool. So you just, you know, get your bits and you sort of put it down, pin it, and then we're just going to do a very small stitch holding those babies down, and that is going to go over the top. And I've got to do a little fold on the edges of them as well. What we do is we go fold that like that and go snip. Same goes for this one. It's a variegated, so that's why it looks a lot pinker there and a bit more a different colour on this side, because it's a variegated thread. Not always easy to cut it like this. Okie dokie. No, wrong way. That way. There we go. There we go. Because we want it to have a little point. Okay, I might even fold that up. I sort of want it to sit down a little bit like that. Over there. Hopefully you're in camera there, guys. That, and I might have that sitting up a tad, like a bit off to the side. There we go. Might go on the machine and stitch that down on the machine a bit later, and then go over it with a thread of some sort. Okay. not always easy. I've come back here in the evening. I thought, not that tired, still a bit of time. I'll come and do this part. Okay, I won't grab too long of a bit because it will catch. Might put that under there so I don't catch it too much. Now, how do we do this? Now, you see, we're in camera 10 minutes in, and this does look weird, but it's okay. Now, I might start doing this and then stop it partially the way through it so that the video doesn't take too long. Going to be a bit difficult to begin with, but once I get going, it'll be a bit easier. Okay. This technique of, pinning and folding down satin stitch is actually in that book that I've got, how to do this sort of thing. Once I've gone past, at least one side's being stitched on, so as you can tell, this will be a fairly longish progress. Actually, I'll have to find the where it is in the book. I think once we get going, it won't be as bad as all that. Just a very quick whip stitch. Now keep that pin in there for now, hold that down, because this is on a bit of an angle and we need to keep it that way. So hold that with the pin. So this is just a strong stranded thread, cotton thread. I usually use Gutermann, but I had this one in the right colour. So just machine thread. Ugh. Bit of fluff by the looks of it. That's going to be covered. I think this part is actually underneath the heart, so it's okay. But this is how we are doing the ribbon. So once one side's done, it'll be held down and it'll be all good. Okay. Okay, go through that. Once we get around here, I should be able to take that out. There's this thread. I'm going to put lace over that, thank goodness. Okay, that's going to go down. I probably still will stop it, but as you can see, it's going faster than expected, which is good. So, but yeah, just sit and listen to me natter on about this, that and the other. It's actually lightly raining outside, which I like the sound of because my roof is actually it's a tin roof, and I like the sound of light rain on a tin roof. When it's really pouring down, it is very loud. I've got a few videos where the rain has just been pelting down and it's gotten louder and I've had to talk up. So much so that, you know, people made comments. I think that was a few years ago. I've had a couple, but one in particular was really loud, and it was just getting louder and louder. And I'll go up to there, and then I'll stop it, and then I'll continue on. It's looking rather pretty, so I've got to figure out what colour am I going to do the word February. So, and the thing is, even though we've got the netting of the sea theme coming over, we are only going to be seeing 1 month at a time. So I have got the blue up here, and I am going to try and blend them through, but it really doesn't matter too much if we don't, if it doesn't match up, because it is a piece unto itself. What I might do, I might go take that out, just do a real quick bit here. I mean, I will get back to that when I go on the other end, but I thought that needs to be held down. There we go. Okay, so you've got the drift of what we need to do. I'll pause it and I'll catch you when I've finished. Okay, I am back again. Oh, this thing's moving all over the place. So I managed to stitch that down, and I went onto the sewing machine and I just gave it a stitch to hold it down. And how I actually did this is I just folded it over like that and pinned it down, folded it over, pinned it down. So, you know, you just gather it up, and there's definitely enough to go over to the bottom of that. So I'm going to cut this. Should be enough, and I'll fray that a little bit because it's being sewn down, and I will go back over that and stitch that. So what I want to do now, move these bits and pieces that are everywhere, get them out of the way, utilize this. Okay, now we are going to do that there, this. That was actually going that way, and I think it doesn't actually look too bad going that way. So, and then that one was going that way. That makes more sense. Okay. So, I can do follow your heart. Have that going down a little bit. Going across. Quite like that, and then that going that way. Okay, quite like that. So what I'm going to do today is just going to see what colour I can use to stitch that down, and I'm thinking probably that. What else we got? Oh, we've got some rickrack. We may even put some beads and stuff. Now, I don't mind that colour. I wonder if I've got that in normal thread rather than that thread. It's a bit of a funny type of thread, but that's the colour I've got. Got this one. I think that one probably works better. I'll keep that out. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, okay, this is where I'm going to put that. I'm going to get just some glue, stick this baby down. Okay, just so we know where they are going. There we go. We don't want it touching that. Now, where are we? This one. Might do a combination of a bit of both of them. Start off with this. Actually, you know what we can do before we do anything is probably stitch this down. But I'm thinking the when I do the French knot in there, it should be enough to hold that down. Yeah, we'll be okay. Okay. Now I'm going to come back in. Did I use a variegated thread on that? No, I just used the dark blue. So I may use a dark pink actually. If these two work together, I might do the word in like that in here and then that in the dark in the highlighting bits like I did in January. I mean, yeah. So what we need to do is move those. Got this down. Get a pin. Hold these so it doesn't move so much. And then get this. And see how we go. Oh, it's quite a long piece, probably a bit too long, but we have to get through all of the layers. Okay, now I am going to do fairly big stitches, I think. Might do it. Oh, seriously, put that over there. Just go like that. And just stitch around. It is way too long, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. We might just cut some off, at least half of it, and then if I need more, I'll come and get more because that is just too long. Okay. As it is, it's going to knot up. Yeah. I sort of want to have it close, but not too close, if you know what I mean, like, because I need it to hold down. But I'm going to give it that bit of a rusticy look as well. What I might do is come in with a couple of crosses as well. I always quite like that look. Maybe on the top. Don't want to go too much on there because that's where we've got to do the word your. So it's going to be interesting to see how that goes. I might use a stamp actually, see how we go with that. Ink stamp. Okay, I'm going to go across and do a couple of crosses, I think. It's come out. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to go across. I'll do 3. Can't really see that last one. Might go through that again. You can't really see it. Better. Okay. Completely different to the last piece, but that's what we want. That's a calendar. Every month is different. Ah, are you serious? Stitched it through. Okay, undo it, undo it. There we go. Move that out of the way. There we go. Take 3. Okay. Go that way. I'm just going to come back. Here we are in camera, that's good. And there's a few crosses. Sort of wanted to do them up high because these ones have got crosses down here. So, oh, seriously, I keep losing my jolly thing. I think because it's so big. It's a chenille 22. It's got quite a big eye, and this is actually, I think, crochet thread, which is quite slippery. Okay. Now we're back to doing a normal stitch down. There we go. So how are we all going with our pieces? Because I'm pre-recording this, I haven't seen them, some of them yet. So I'm sure they're going to be beautiful. I've seen Corinne's. She's doing something different to what I'm doing, which is to be expected. She's sort of doing a standalone piece, but she's using the elements, and I really love the way she makes things her own. It's great. You need to put your own twist on it. Okay. Okay, I might take this out because it does sort of warp it a little bit. There we go. A few layers to work through. To go out a little bit. Okay. Once again, get quiet. I have to tell a bit of a story just to keep going, eh? Might cut this up. Cut this off. Oh, it'll come off. I've got actually Valentine's Day. The actual Valentine's Day is my nephew's birthday, and my sister-in-law have their birthday on Valentine's Day. So I know a couple of people that are actually born on the 14th of this month. There could be worse birthdays. My poor brother is on the 24th of December. I think getting that close to Christmas, or even Christmas Day, that'd be the pit. Yeah. Or the 29th of February. I only get a birthday every 4 years. That'd be shocking. Okay, there. Okay, well, I could probably pause it and keep going and come back when I've done this bit, because yeah, getting a bit. Oh, looks good though. 32 minutes already. Okay, I'll zoom in a little bit. I've got to stitch this down, so I've got trying to grab it, thread so that I can stitch that down, and I've put the lace here and here, so like that's got a bit of that. This lace was a really old piece of lace and it's got rusty bits on there, so I know that that's going to go underneath, so I'm not too worried about that. There we go. Might have to go on a bit of a different angle then. I was wanting to go that way, still can, and then that one is going that way, which I think is good. Actually, I may have to go that way because I was going to have that in the middle over the top with a button, maybe that way or that way. It's got that light colour on the top, and then this has got that there. Where's that little piece? I might have to gather. I wanted to maybe gather that in just a tad so that it can sit just on top of it. Wonder how the new way, maybe I might have to do it that way, how I was originally going to do it, I think, because that's just how it fits. We want our little pieces here. Where are we? Oh, there it is. That'll go like that. There we go. Looking rather regal. I don't think it needs too much on there. And I've got this sitting up here, which sort of matches that part. And that was going to go in there. Where's that button? Well, this was going to go underneath too. Just sitting underneath there. And I'm going to stitch those I have that button there, or this was going to go there. That was going there. Ha! Knew there was something. Come on. Oh, I hope I haven't lost it. It's here somewhere, in with all the other little bits and pieces. My button. Come on, button. Button. Hope it's not on the floor. I know it is a different colour button because that was the original one that I had, and I opted for a better colour. You saw me do it, didn't you, people? You did. Move this over. It's just getting into everything. And I've got, don't you hate it when you can't find something? It is my pet hate. I can tell you, I get very frustrated, but it is no need to worry. I will not get angry on camera, just off camera. No, I'll find it. I wonder if it's underneath. Oh, it'll be here somewhere anyway. It was that darker button, and this is how we're going to do the layout. So next time I will stitch the next one down and find the button in the meantime. Oh, gee, really annoying. I hope it hasn't gone in the bin. Yeah, so yeah, and then I'll probably do a bit of stitching along here. I'm going to do blanket stitch on that one, and I was thinking I might do, I've got to remember too, when I do this, I've got to have that underneath it first. So stitch these down first, then do the blanket stitch. I really don't want too much, even though that's got that underneath. When that is gathered up, I want that because that sort of fits right in those holes. So have that in the middle, and I'm going to have the button sitting in there like that. Okay guys, well, I think that's enough for this episode. You sort of got a bit of an idea of where I'm going with this, and then because that's just sewn in the middle, I will be able to put the next layer of fabrics underneath there. Yeah, I'm rather happy with how that's going. So part 1 is done, and I've still got to come back and do February. There's a few little bits and pieces I need to do. Okay guys, well, thank you very much. I will catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.